everyone. I'm Mauricio Toro. I'm the CEO and co-founder of TECHFIT Digital Surgery. Let me introduce you to Sirius Fassbender. He's 58. He had an accident using his motorcycle, and his face became a puzzle. He has a very convoluted fracture, and he needs complex reconstruction surgery to take care of him. There are two options. Number one is the traditional approach. There's basically a trauma tray from any of the top 5 implantable surgical device companies. They have hundreds of implants. The surgeons are basically putting the puzzle together intraoperatively and seeing how they can do best. They are measuring screw depth manually. They are selecting implants manually. Or they can have a digital approach where the CT is converted into a virtual patient. That virtual patient, the fractures are reduced in the virtual space. Surgeons can have an idea of how easy or hard the fractures are to reduce. They can place virtual implants so they know exactly what SKU of implant they're going to use. They're going to know exactly what depth to use. And they can print surgical models and surgical templates that make their work more accurate. So this has been proven to increase accuracy, reduce surgical time, which means significant savings per patient. It optimizes inventory and obviously increases productivity of the practice. But there's a problem. This digital hasn't become mainstream yet. Basically, there's 2 ways to do it. Hospitals can buy 3D printers and buy segmenting software and hire segmenting engineers, which obviously they have to deal with vendors, device vendors. Everything is siloed. They have to deal with QMS. Or they outsource it, and one of the device companies offers a patient-specific line, and it usually takes 2 weeks. So all of the acute cases are out. So these workflows are limited usually to teaching hospitals, to academic centers, and to patients with resources to go to those centers, but we're changing that with TECHFIT by building what we call Disrupt, the platform that enables digital surgery. So we have 3 steps to Disrupt. Number 1, it's 100% cloud-based case management and planning, case management and tracking system. So it's a HIPAA-compliant portal. You log into a website, you upload the patient's DICOM files, you upload any clinically relevant information. Then our software converts it into a virtual patient that is about 80 to 90% done when the surgeon accesses it, but the surgeon has the 3D interface to tweak the patient, to perform movements, to reduce fractures, to change implant selection. Then we have an option, because it's in the cloud, we can collaborate, so multiple surgeons, if the patient has multiple specialties intervening, all of them can collaborate in the virtual space, and obviously it is all documented and traceable. Because it's in the cloud, when stuff is in the cloud, it becomes very easy to share. So we've built something called an online community. Every physician that uses our product can share an anonymized version of their case. We de-identify it and we share it so other surgeons can log in and see how other surgeons treated different patients. And this can be a very interesting peer-to-peer education platform. And then at the end of this workflow, a significant amount of the times, surgical guides and templates are needed, so we can provide those templates either manufactured in our FDA-registered GMP-compliant facility in Florida, or push it out to point-of-care printers where they can create the templates. We can also manufacture custom implantable devices for the 1% of cases where what's out there will not work effectively. So just as I was telling you, we are the only end-to-end platform that allows for point-of-care printing, for rapid response and autonomous planning, a fully validated workflow, and the ability to collaborate online. The other 2 options are either very slow and very limited in terms of collaboration, or they require a significant lift from hospitals to build a workflow. The market is huge. Right now we're focusing on musculoskeletal, what we call hard tissue. We think craniofacial, orthopedic, and chest wall are very interesting segments. 3D printing in this space is growing at about 15.2%. And we think the timing is right because there's only so much you can innovate in hard tissue hardware. And I think we are reaching that area of diminishing returns where very tiny features are marketed heavily to get 2 points above market growth. We think a digital layer can really enhance this. So far, about 5,000 cases have been treated using our platforms. We have 180 plus surgeons users in 6 countries. We have been used in US, Europe, Latin America, and the Middle East. Our software platform has been cleared for craniomaxillofacial use. So all the end flow is 510K cleared for craniomaxillofacial use. We partnered with Acumed, which is one of the top 5 vendors in craniomaxillofacial hardware. and we are in a limited release phase with them in some of their high volume centers. We have seen great results. We have seen adoption increase, share of prescription pad increase from 20% to 80% just by adding a digital layer to a legacy hardware tool. We're collaborating with Mayo Clinic on chest wall solutions, and we have 6 point-of-care printers that are supported by us that are part of this limited release with Acumed. Our business model is simple. We try to work with existing OEMs on an indication per indication basis for 2 things. 1, to turbocharge offerings that are innovation stagnant and add stickiness to their portfolios. And number 2, to complement integral portfolios where there's gaps in the patient-specific space. Our team, we have 25 team members. Mauricio Velez and me are the co-founders. He's a physician and he's a serial entrepreneur. Last exit was in the nine figures. I have a lot of experience in the medical device orthopedic space. Our clinical and business development teams come from 3D printing industry veterans. And then all of our computational graphics is done by a postdoc in the University of Illinois who's an expert in computational geometry and applying machine learning to computational geometry. So I think we have a very robust team to take this to market to scale. What's next? We have raised about $3 million so far. We just closed a $500,000 bridge that should last us until late this year, early next year, where we will be fundraising again. What do we want to fundraise for? Basically, we want to add more automation, and we want to increase the accuracy of the algorithm. So instead of arriving at 80%, we'll arrive at 100. We want to establish more partnerships. Obviously, Acumed is a good partner, and we want to grow with them, but there's also the opportunity to work with other OEMs for the extremity segment. We think that that's a much bigger piece of the pie that we want to go eat. Expand our point-of-care printing network and start being able to create 3D models from images other than CT. So when we go into ortho, you get a lot of X-ray cases. So how to get from different X-rays, construct a 3D model, and then be able to plan from that. So I thank you very much for your time and attention, and look forward to meeting during the rest of the event.